Getting the burden off back to school, how Hamilton Church made sure hundreds of kids have what they need to go back to class. And a man charged in a hit and run that injured 2 people. The defensive suspect gave in court today after turning himself in to the authorities. A new world record, a local teacher completes the journey of a lifetime, earning at least 2 big titles.
9 on your side starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Paola Suro in for Julie O'Neill. Happening now, we're seeing spotty showers and storms in the area. Now this is a look from our sky cam from a little bit earlier. The fans who arrived early for tonight's Zac Brown Band concert at Great American Ballpark lightly got soaked. I love some good country music, but with rain, maybe not so much. Now that show is set to start at 7, but Sherry, how's it looking for the rest of the night?
Well, actually, right now, I think most of us over.
Thanks so much, Sherry. Now, back to school, not the words many kids will want to hear, but for parents, back to school can also mean added stress with finances. Now, 9 on your side's Jake Ryle joins us live with a unique way one church is hoping to help those families in need before the school year. Jake? Story, thanks so much, Jake. Now, a man accused of hitting 2 people with his car was in court today. Stephen Benjamin faces 2 felony counts of failure to stop after an accident. His lawyer says he turned himself in to the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office last night. Now, deputies say Benjamin hit a man and woman as they were walking on Sutton Road near Riverbend. Investigators say an anonymous tip linked Benjamin's car to the crash. They say they found the damaged vehicle hidden on the side of his house. Now, in court today, Benjamin's attorney said it was raining heavily the night of the crash. He said the victims might have also been walking on the road. And happening now, President Donald Trump is due to speak at a rally in Ohio within the hour. This is a live picture from where the rally is happening in Delaware County. Now, the president is campaigning for Republican State Senator Troy Balderson. Balderson is running for Congress against Democrat Danny O'Connor in the upcoming special election. And a busy day on the river, what brought over 2,000 people and their paddle boats to the tri-state today. Plus, he made it. A Seven Hills school teacher completes his solo row across the Atlantic. We'll tell you what records he set in the process. New information at 6. The Seven Hills teacher who was rowing across the North Atlantic made it to land today. Bryce Carlson left St. John's, Newfoundland in late June. 39 days later, he landed in England with people waiting to cheer him on. Now, Carlson is the first American to have rowed across the North Atlantic by himself. The previous world record for a solo unassisted row across the Northern Atlantic was 53 days. It's the nation's largest paddle boat event, and each year it happens right here in our backyard. This was year 17 for Paddle Fest, and with more than 2,000 participants from more than 20 states, it was the largest turnout they've ever had. Now, money raised through Paddle Fest benefits Outdoor Adventure Clubs of Greater Cincinnati. It's an organization dedicated to introducing urban students to outdoor activities. Through today's event, Paddle Fest will donate around $100,000 to the nonprofit. And coming up, Ken Brew is in tonight with the latest in sports, including highlights from a big Reds win this afternoon. Sports is coming up.
9 on your side at 6.
Now, we've been able to hear the rain from in here basically all night. So, Sherry, what's it going to look like?
Well, we're still dealing with rain over the city of Cincinnati. It's been in some pockets, very isolated, but where the rain did come down, we have some flash flooding concerns, and we're going to pass that along to you as well. But we're going to have more rain as well into the new week.
Well, I'm glad I'm indoors right now. That's
exactly.
For sure.
We're dry.
Well, that's it for 9 on your side at 6 for the Saturday. We're always on with breaking news, and I hope you guys join us at 11 o'clock.
Now, 11 at 11, non-stop news and weather on 9 on your side.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us for 11 at 11. I'm Paola Suro. Julie O'Neill has the night off. Right now, police are asking for your help to find a Norwood girl who was abducted by her non-custodial mother and may be in danger. 4-year-old Tanila Jones was last seen on Crown Avenue around 12:50 this afternoon. She was wearing a red Mickey Mouse shirt, white shorts with polka dots, and gray and white and pink shoes. Now, police believe she is with her mother, 19-year-old Shania Matthews. Authorities did not provide a picture of the suspect, but they say she drives a 2003 white Ford Econoline van. The van has Ohio plates number F540677. If you see this child or that van, call Norwood Police Department at 513-458-4521. And a new warning. Health officials are urging first responders to take caution after a sudden spike of overdose incidents over the past few days. 9 on your side's Jake Ryle joins us with a surprising trend heroin experts are beginning to see. Jake?
Well, when you think...
Well, thank you so much, Jake. Now, this afternoon, storms left behind some damage, to say the least. The sudden downpour led to some flash flooding. This is video from Linwood, where the southbound lanes of Wilmer Avenue were closed for a while this evening due to high water. And tree damage created an extra hazard at the Reeves Golf Course. And we're looking at a chance for more storms tomorrow, whether you like it or not. But Sherry's got the forecast for your Sunday. Sherry? Sherry, well, President Trump is keeping his promise to campaign for fellow Republicans. He stumped in Ohio this evening ahead of Tuesday's special election for an open congressional seat. Now, the president was in the Buckeye State less than 24 hours after denouncing Akron native and NBA superstar LeBron James. ABC's Elizabeth Herr has the latest. Elizabeth. Now, the attorney for a man accused of hitting 2 people with his car says his client didn't see them in the road near Riverbend. Deputies say Stephen Benjamin hit a man and a woman as they were walking on Sutton Road, leaving the Kenny Chesney concert at Riverbend. Investigators say an anonymous tip linked Benjamin's car to the crash. They say they found the damaged vehicle hidden on the side of his house. Now, in court today, Benjamin's attorney said it was raining heavily that night and visibility was low. Benjamin faces 2 felony counts of failure to stop after an accident. And police are looking for a shooter after a driver with a gunshot wound crashed his car in North Fairmount. It happened last night near Baltimore Avenue and Liddell Street. Police say the driver crashed after he was shot in the head. He is recovering from life-threatening injuries. Investigators say they don't have a suspect yet, but they do know a passenger ran from the scene. So if you have any information, call Crime Stoppers at 513-352-3040. And protesters gathered outside the National Rifle Association's headquarters in Virginia today. They were calling out the gun lobby's role in blocking gun control legislation. Among the demonstrators were survivors of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting. 17 students and staff members were gunned down there in February. Now, the NRA is also being targeted by New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo. The gun lobby claimed in a lawsuit that it's suffering grave financial harm due to regulations in the state. The lawsuit is asking the court to have the Cuomo administration seize its anti-NRA practices. Cuomo said Friday the state is filing a motion to dismiss the lawsuit. And there are new concerns tonight as crews continue to battle more than a dozen wildfires burning in California. Possible 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts combined with bone-dry conditions and high heat could fan the flames even further. That dangerous mix is forcing officials to issue a new round of evacuations. Red flag warnings are in effect for several parts of Northern California, including Redding, where the Carr fire is still burning out of control. Now, today, Governor Jerry Brown toured the damage. Meanwhile, crews are concerned the Ferguson fire could come closer to Yosemite National Park. The park was scheduled to reopen tomorrow, but now it's unclear whether that's still going to happen. And Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro is blaming the far right for an explosion during a speech today. The moment the explosion happened was broadcast live on television. Listen in. Now, Maduro was speaking during a celebration for the 81st anniversary of the National Guard of Bolivia in Caracas. The blast sent soldiers who were lined up for a parade running from the area. A Venezuelan official says several drones carrying explosives detonated near the president. Maduro is calling it an assassination attempt, blaming it on the far right and on Colombia. Now, 39 days at sea. Still ahead, hear from a local teacher who just completed a solo row across the Atlantic Ocean, all on his own.
You're watching 9 on your side at 11.
Pretty remarkable. Seven Hills teacher Bryce Carlson reached England today. He left Newfoundland on June 27th and rowed 2,000 miles across the North Atlantic with nothing but his 2 oars. Carlson becomes the first American to have rowed across the North Atlantic by himself. Asked about what it was like spending all that time alone in the middle of the ocean, and this is what he had to say.
I ran on a quote recently that I love that I think applies here, and that is, you know, the person you're going to have to spend the most time with over the course of your life is yourself. So you better make yourself as interesting as possible.
Now, Carlson completed this trip in 39 days. The previous world record was 53 days. It is just incredible. And we've been following him, for a long time.
That is so amazing. I'm sure he's just got to really be relieved to finally be back on land.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Sherry. And coming up, Ken Brew is in tonight with the latest in sports. FC Cincinnati unveiled some of its latest signees tonight at Nippert Stadium, but the home crowd didn't exactly leave happy. Ken explains it next in sports. Well, Sherry, you want to give us a little update on the weather?
Even hotter tomorrow, and that heat and humidity once again could lead to a pop-up thunderstorm here or there, but for the most part, most of us will be dry. The rain really starts to develop Monday into Tuesday.
Can I just say something?
Sure.
I'm going to be even hotter tomorrow, too, so please tune in at 6 and 11.
always hot.
Thank you.
Have a great night, everyone.